once you have this palette, do you just throw all of your other palettes away because, like, do you even have a need for them anymore? Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So today, if you couldn't already tell from the title, we are going to be talking about It's Freaking Bats, and this is the Beautbean and Shroud Cosmetics Collab. This thing broke the damn internet. Like, step aside Kim Kardashian, this is what broke the internet. So if you don't remember, there was a huge sale. It sold out so quickly. They did a rolling restock, and it has just been a wait and a half to get this palette. But I am so happy to finally have my hands on it. I'm going to be showing you some swatches. I'm going to show you how I got this look today, and then we're going to talk a little bit about the actual product itself. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, stick with me. We're going to get into it right now. Alright you guys, and this is what the color story looks like. You can see you've got some really grungy greens and purples, a pop of a blue matte there. You've got some really nice shimmers. So this is finally here. I am so excited to get my hands on this. I wanted to show you guys the palette before I mess it all up, but we are here to get into a look. So let's take a quick look at the palette close up, and then I'm getting into this palette. So this is what the palette looks like. It is so pretty. Alright, so let's go ahead and get into this look. I start by putting down some of Adam's, which is this kind of darkened teal color. Ooh, lots of kick up, holy smokes. And I'm so sorry if you can hear my kids in the background, but they live here, so. Then I'm going to take another brush and I'm going to go into Dairy, which is just this darkened plummy shade. Oh my gosh, this looks so smoky and beautiful. And I'm so sorry, I'm like half off the camera here. I'm trying to find a place to put my mirror so that it's not like in the way, but at the same time I can still see what the heck I'm doing. And I have not found the perfect spot for it. That looks so pretty. Take this like No Name Morphe brush and just go into Trappa, which is this kind of like greeny shade, and just kind of fade that into the rest of the colors here. Alright, and then without any additional product, I'm just going to go in and blend this like smoky plum shade a little bit more. And then I'm going to grab the same plum shade on a more narrow, like fluffy blending brush and just put that a little bit further over in my crease. So I will say I ordered this palette October 4th, the day it came out. The whole pre-launch sold out in like 2-3 minutes, I think. And I say none of this to complain, just to tell you kind of my backstory with this palette. So I was on the site. I had an alarm set for like 15 minutes before the launch. I was ready to go. I had my debit card all set up. Like, I was ready. And as soon as the launch happened, when it finally let me on to like add the product to the cart, as soon as I went to pay, it was like, oh, that product's already out of stock. And so I freaked out. I was like, oh my god, I missed it. How? And so then I looked at the bundle. So they had a thing where you could get the palette plus like 3 little enamel pins, and it was like $10 or $15 more expensive, I forget. And I was like, maybe should I get the bundle? And while I stood there like debating this with myself for, I don't know, 30 seconds at the most, the bundle went out of stock. So then I was like, my whole day was ruined. Like, I was just not happy. I was upset, and I know a lot of other people were too, and they were, you know, tweeting and Instagram commenting and everything else about the launch and how crazy it was and how everything sold out in 5 seconds and, you know, this, that, and the other. So then a little later in the day, I was going online just to see, like, you know, just general Instagram happenings, and I saw somebody had commented that they opened it back up for a pre-sale, and I was like, maybe 2 hours after I had originally tried to purchase. So I was like, oh my god, drop everything, like, we're doing this right now. And I went in and I was able to order it, and of course it was on this like pre-order that you just didn't really know when it was gonna ship or anything like that. And honestly, I didn't mind that. Like, I would rather know that my place is in line and that I just need to wait for my palette, rather than trying to like catch relaunches here and there and like setting alarms. And, you know, sometimes people do these launches on days that I work and all that kind of stuff. So I was happy to just like pay my money and just wait for my palette. I know a lot of people had a really hard time waiting this long because, like I said, it was October 4th that I placed the order, and I got the palette in yesterday. So I got it on the 23rd of January. So almost all of October, November, December, almost all of January. So almost 4 months that I was waiting for the palette. Like I said, I don't mind, but that was my journey with this palette. So when I finally got it in my hands, oh my gosh, I was so excited to finally have this in my hands and be ready to play with this. Alright, so I ended up using Dairy, Adams, and Trappa, and you can see there's a lot of like hiccup already on my pans, and that's totally fine. Like, it is what it is. But now I'm second guessing the shimmers that I want to use. Like, maybe I want to use Handbook, which is this like super greeny shade. Do I want to do that and kind of mimic the outer upper corner thing that I did here? I feel like I need to do something that's going to make Beautbean proud, right? Assuming she'll ever see this, which is probably not, but that's okay. I'm not making the video just for her to see it. I'm making it for myself. And you guys. Oh goodness. There, that looks nicer. Now these shades are super, super, super soft. So I went a little bit too aggressive on the shade and I actually kicked up like a chunk of the shade. And I would lift it to show you, but I don't want to let it fall out of the pan before I can try to use it. So. Okay. So let's just go over this one more time here. So I was going to use Grimm and Handbook, but I think Handbook and Sam actually are going to look more vibrant. So that's what we're doing. I'm just picking up all the remnants that I already kicked up by accident in this pan. I just got these Morphe holiday brushes because I think the holiday sets are actually kind of nice, and it's so funny, they're already like so colorfully destroyed. I don't know if you can kind of see all the kick up that I have. I'm trying not to dip it too low. But definitely there's some kick up. Okay guys, so I put on foundation, concealer, and bronzer. My bronzer is looking a little crazy up here. Alright, but I did pick up two of these little bite-sized blush highlighter duos. I think I'm going to use this one because it'll give like a little bit less attention to the blush so that I can enjoy the highlighter. Yeah, that looks really pretty. And on our Beautbean we'll do some nose blush as well. Okay. And I did want to go ahead. Okay. It's another country heard from. I did want to go ahead and try the Colourpop Freckle Pen, which I ordered the last like 2 times ago that I did a Colourpop order, and I haven't had a chance to use it yet. But I ordered it because Beautbean always makes the freckles look so cute, so I figured we could try them today since we're trying her palette out. It just seemed only right. I'm going to go in with a Super Shock shadow, which I got in Seismic, and I picked this one up because she liked it so much in the video that she did with the That's Taupe collection. Go into the palette again and finish off the lower lash line. So I think what I'm gonna do, yeah, I think I'm gonna go into Trappa again and put that on the lower lash line, and then I'll use Dairy, which is that dark purple, to kind of smoke it out. Alright, and then I'm going to take a little bit more of Handbook and just put that on the lower inner third of the lash line. Okay guys, and this is the final look. What do you think? So what I ended up using off screen was a pair of lashes from a company that's no longer in business, just called Me Time. And then I used the LA Girl Perfect Precision Lip Liner in Berry Wine and topped that with the Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink in Originator 110. And I just think that's like nice, kind of like vampy fall look. I do really like how this would look with like a nude lip as well. Like before I even had this on, like just with a little bit of gloss, I think this would have looked really, really pretty. But Beautbean is known for doing like lots of fun colorful lips, not just kind of nude lips all the time, so I wanted to do something that kind of paid homage to that. And so let's talk about my thoughts on this palette. Oh my gosh, I can't believe it's finally here. So the actual packaging of the palette I think is super high quality. Everything is like printed on the packaging. It's not just a sticker. And then you have it kind of on the top here too, so if you store your palettes upright you'll be able to quickly see what it is. It says hello friends on the back, which I'm totally here for. 12 months vegan, cruelty free. And when you open it up, it does have a really nice sized mirror, and the actual palette itself is like pretty weighty. So I love the color story. My only complaint is that the colors are definitely going to give you a lot of kick up. For me, I personally, that's not going to be the end of the world for me. It's not like I'm going to get rid of this palette or anything, or like stop using it because of that. I think that it's just fine, but it's something to be aware of. I always do my eyes first now anyway. I've trained myself into doing that. So for me, not a huge deal. But if you're somebody that normally does their face first, you may want to do your eyes first with this one because there is a good amount of kick up. I think in terms of the trade-off, you trade off that excess kick up for better pigmentation. And I think you can see from this look, like, you got some pigmentation here, okay? So for me, this, oh my gosh, this was money well spent. I'm so, so, so happy to have this palette. Yeah. So let's get back to the rest of the video. Okay, and now you've seen how the look came together. What do you guys think? I really, really like this. It's like Swamp Queen chic. Like, I'm here for this. So you'll have to tell me what you think down in the comments below. What do you think of this look? And what colors would you have used right away out of this palette? Okay, and as far as like sale restock information goes, the only things that I can tell you are that they are planning to reopen the shop once they get a little bit more of the pre-orders done. My understanding is that they had such an overwhelming response to this product that they actually had to close the store down to any additional orders until they have a chance to take care of all the orders that are done for this particular palette. I believe the palette retails for $35, which I think is a completely fair price for what you're getting here. I mean, you have 9 really beautiful, really unique shades. It's in a really nice, sturdy, well-crafted palette. There's no like funky glue smells or anything like that. You do get a little bit of kick up, and I think that's totally okay, but something to be aware of. I really like this palette. I don't know what else I can say. This is fantastic. And if you haven't already picked it up, when they finally do reopen to consider new orders, definitely think about picking this one up because I don't think you'd be disappointed if you like the color story. Guys, I want to thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye!